Hello, Creator Insider. We are so excited to be here today. My name is Shimrit, and I'm one of the product managers working on community at YouTube. Community is a very hot topic today, and I know many of you are excited and have a lot of questions. So today I am guest hosting on Creator Insider, and I have two of the product managers on community with me today. We have Roy and we have Todd. So Roy and Todd, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell our wonderful creators what you are working on and who you are.
Okay, so I'm Roy. I am the product lead for the community tab, which is a brand new way for creators to create a post and just share it on YouTube with their audience.
I am Todd, and I am the product lead for YouTube Stories, which is currently in a beta, and we'll be expanding soon in the future.
Awesome. And just to lighten things up, why don't we do like a fun fact about ourselves?
We did not debrief Shimrit about it.
Yeah. I don't know what the fun fact is going to be, so let's see. Let's give it a go.
I'll get started.
Yeah, we're team anti-fun fact, but my fun fact is that I really enjoy hiking and mountain climbing, and I've summited Mount Whitney, which is a very tall but pretty easy mountain to get up, and the views are amazing, so I highly recommend it.
That's cool. Where is Mount Whitney?
It's in California.
Okay.
It's the tallest mountain in the lower 48. It's at like 14,500 feet or so.
All right. That sounds awesome. What about you, Roy?
That does sound awesome. My fun fact is that I really like traveling.
Okay.
And so I think that to date I traveled to almost 30 countries.
Oh, wow.
And
wow.
Yeah, hopefully still counting.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So these guys' fun facts are much more fun than myself. My fun fact is that I recently had my third child. And so I am drinking from the fire hose of life right now. And the fact that I'm even alert and talking and active right now is pretty amazing. So I'm proud of that. So traveling, mountain climbing, and survival are kind of the three fun facts that we have in the room right now. That's awesome. All right. Well, why don't we start with you, Roy? And why don't you tell us, like, what was the incentive? Like, why did we build the community tab? And maybe also describe, maybe to creators who don't use it yet, like what they can do on it.
Right. Yeah. So, traditionally and until very recently, the only way for creators to really express themselves on YouTube was primarily through videos, right? Now, we love videos. Videos are great, and they're really what makes YouTube so successful and so awesome. But, for a long time, there was this unmet need from creators to just reach and engage with their audience on YouTube in a more lightweight way, in a more casual way. And the only way was videos, which, could be time consuming at times. And so we heard this feedback, we heard this need loud and clear, and we've actually decided to solve this problem for creators. And so we kicked off extensive research, and we really partnered with creators and worked alongside them when developing this product. And so, after multiple iterations, we've actually worked on this product for quite some time, including the full year in beta. And just a few months ago, we've actually expanded, and we really launched the community tab to a very large number of creators. And since then, we've been seeing how creators are leaning in, and it's been really exciting to see how posts are becoming a first-class citizen on YouTube.
So what kind of posts exist today on YouTube?
So, we have a few types of posts. We have an image or a GIF. You can create a poll and just ask your audience some questions. You can create just a text post, or you can share a video, a YouTube video with your audience.
Okay. And in terms of these formats and their existence, now most of you should have this available. So the biggest majority of creators already have these features available. It's a little bit different with stories, and we'll get to that in a minute. What are some of the cool ways to use the product that you've been seeing?
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of really cool use cases happening on the platform. Like, one great use case that I really love seeing is when creators are asking their audience for help with ideas for their next video. Another great way to engage with their audience is through photos. So if you can share photos from behind the scenes, and if the photos are exclusive, that's even better. We've seen a lot of creators make really good use of that. One of them is Kevin Durant, which has been posting very frequently. Another fantastic, really clever use case of the community tab is when creators are teasing their next video through just posting a GIF of its best moment. So that's been working really well. And one last use case that I'm really excited seeing on the platform is when creators are sharing a YouTube video with their audience. It could be content that they really liked, really resonated with them, and it really helps their users, their audience, discover content that they otherwise wouldn't have discovered. It's also a great way to support other creators and get them discovered. And so, we really like seeing that.
These are definitely great examples. You guys should check them out, and let us know in the comments also if you see other ones as well. So Todd, what's the deal with stories? Little bit different than community tab, but tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think the way that we think about it is that stories, I think, has proven itself to be a pretty popular format. It's it's probably being used by about 1 billion people, and it enables a similar capability to what Roy is achieving on the community tab, in that it's a lightweight way to keep your audience engaged, right? Stories on YouTube are going to work similarly to how they work on other platforms, in that it's ephemeral. You can post to it throughout the day, status updates or behind the scenes, and then those things will go away because maybe they don't need to stand the test of time. I think where it gets interesting for us at YouTube is that we don't want to just adopt stories. We want to have stories be a foundation for which we could go and build great things for creators. And so we are building some of those things. We're in a relatively small beta now, and people should sort of stay tuned to see what we're able to deliver on that front.
So tell us, practically speaking, for those creators who have story right now, how does that work?
Yeah, how it works is we have a camera built into the YouTube app, and creators go there, and some of them are providing status updates of what they're doing throughout their day. Some of them will provide behind the scenes look at them preparing and creating their bigger projects and their videos that they're going to upload in a week or so. And so they're able to kind of keep their audience engaged and have a sort of perspective that they wouldn't normally share through their normal, more produced videos. Yeah.
So I think, kind of listening to both of you, a really important overall workflow is apparent, which is look at your content strategy holistically via all the mediums that we now offer on YouTube. So, VOD is obviously a critical one. We have live, and we now also have these lighter weight formats like text, GIFs, images, polls, stories soon for many of you. And so look at it holistically and think about the stories you're trying to say, and understand that now you have all these amazing tools in your inbox. How can you best express yourself? How can you best maintain a cadence? And hopefully now you are able to do that with even in more bite-sized moments, even when you don't have time for a full upload. And so these two pieces really fit nicely together. So a common question that comes up when I chat with creators is, when I'm posting to the community tab or to a story, who sees that? Who gets notified? Where does it show up? So let's ask our experts. How does that work?
So when creators are creating a post, our systems are going to distribute the content across multiple surfaces. On mobile, we distribute this content on the home tab, on the subscription feed, and we also send notifications. This content is also going to obviously be shown on the community tab of your channel. On desktop, we have more limited reach, so currently we only show this content through desktop notifications, and also, again, on the community tab of your channel. I think it's also important to just explain how do we think about just targeting the distribution. And so we really want to make sure that the user experience is great. And so we take a lot of effort in making sure that only users that deeply care about this content and about your channel are going to be exposed to this content. And it doesn't really matter if they're subscribers or non-subscribers, as long as they really care about the channel and they really enjoy this type of content.
That's cool. So non-subscribers can see this content too,
yep.
If they've shown interest in something similar in the past,
right.
Which is great. What about stories?
Yes, for stories, we started out only on the subscriptions tab, and we've since expanded to the surface area of the home tab. And there are other surface areas that we're looking at where we can display stories. Similar to post on home, it may be seen by subscribers or non-subscribers, and so it's an opportunity in both these examples to sort of expose yourself to a new audience. Yeah.
Cool. In terms of notifications, how does that work? Every time that I post a community tab or story, does that generate a notification for my subscribers?
Okay, so again, we take a very targeted approach towards notifications. We know that when you're getting a notification that you're not, like for content you're not interested at, that does not result in a good user experience. And so we've actually done a lot of work just to make sure that users that are getting these notifications are users that truly care about these posts. And again, they could be subscribers or non-subscribers, but the important thing is that these users would really care about this content coming from this specific creator.
Cool. What about stories?
Similar case with stories. When people post to their story, we are definitely not sending out a notification to all of their subscribers. That would end up being a pretty spammy experience. Right now, we are not emphasizing actively pushing notifications to people related to stories, certainly not in this beta stage, but we'll be evaluating how best to deliver valuable notifications in the future.
Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for explaining to us that we now have all these new ways of expressing yourself on YouTube, of engaging with your audience in a more lightweight way, and of hearing back from your subscribers and non-subscribers alike. Hopefully this was useful. Please let us know in the comments if there's anything else that you would like us to discuss, and I will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.